I know we're still on the subject of polar bears, but I have a story for you to know about a special polar bear friend of mine. And, well, Tasha was not the only one. This is the story about a little polar bear. And he's little because he's a cub. Let's begin now. And I'll tell you the story. It all started on a very, very beautiful morning, just in the crack of dawn. And just that very crack of dawn, a mighty polar bear was standing up of the hill. His name was Meekah. And he's a mighty fine little creature. And just before you know it, he can tell you where there were 3 polar bears looking for food. Their leader was Brutus, Bert, Lieutenant, and third follower, Boris. They were stalking some seals. They are masters of stealth. But just before the ambush, until 3 seagulls came here with some breaking news.
We've been looking everywhere for you. Listen, we've got great news.
Make it try to tell him to be quiet. I don't know.
Let's go, boys. You're making too much noise. Stop flapping your beak. You'll warn the seals and we'll come back empty-handed.
Hey, you're welcome. It's always a pleasure to bring good news. Maybe you didn't hear what we've been trying to tell you, Mika. You're a brand new daddy. You have a son. You're officially a father.
I'm a father, you say?
His mate Nina is a brand new cub.
Baby boy!
The noise surprised the seals and made them scram here. The other polar bears were not happy to hear the news, but I knew they had to be very patient with the new addition.
I guess our work here is done.
Congratulations, Mika.
That's great news, Mika. I'm sure your little boy will be a joy to us all.
And that was when the polar bears went to see the new cub. And sure enough, 4 months later, Lars grew. The new cub, named Lars, grew into a healthy, playful young cub. And you want to see him? Oh, yes. Here we are. And here he is. Little Lars. He is cute. He learned about polar bear's word of honor, how to stay close to home, and how to be on his best behavior. But he loves to tickle his dad, Mika.
Mama, can I go play for a while?
Of course, Lars, but don't go too far. Promise me you'll stay nearby.
Polar bear's word of honor. I promise.
Just wait.
Trust me.
I'll get you back for this.
Lars learned a lot of things in the North Pole and the Arctic for many months. Yeah. He loves to run and go explore, move from icefloe to icefloe, and sniff the air. I love to smell fresh air in the morning. He made a few friends around here, but it wasn't only the seagulls. One day, he was playing right by the sea, trying to catch fish. Approaching him was Greta. That's her over there. A polar bear girl cub. Greta, Lars' girlfriend.
That was a great dive, Lars. Do you mean it? Great. I wasn't really trying to dive, Greta. I was just trying to catch a fish. Is that right? Looks more like the fish caught you. I suppose you could say that. I'm over here.
Lars tried to offer like this the igloo, but she wanted to do something new. But Lars, well, he has hesitation because he's not a very good swimmer like Greta is.
I could swim when I was a baby. You're not afraid of the water, are you?
Lars didn't want to tell why. The problem is, he's not very good at it. Why not? Well, the truth is, my friends, polar bears are strong swimmers, and well, he's not strong enough yet. But it's nothing to be ashamed of. He has to learn how to build up muscle to get it right. Remember, Lars, power comes not only from your muscles, but from your mind and heart.
It's cold, but it feels really good. Maybe I'll meet you at the igloo later, okay? See ya!
Lars just blushed and feeling unhappy. At the igloo, where Anna the Arctic Hare lives, oh, she's over there. Arctic hares, like snowshoe hares, are great at camouflage. Who's that over there? It's the lemmings. They're complaining a lot. They're sad because they think nobody likes them, but that's not exactly true. Who's that little bird? That's Peep's little snow goose. She's great at showing empathy, and she loves going on adventures and always in a good mood. She's a pretty young gosling.
Well, if he doesn't want to see stuff, he should just close his eyes. Hey, Diddy, no thanks, Hardy. Let's go find a cave or something where nothing ever happens.
And off the lemmings went to dig a nice burrow and would find a nice cave to den up. Anna the Arctic Hare loves to use these wooden boards for snowboarding. I'm not good at that, but I love sledding.
Weird. I don't get it. Why are the lemmings always so unhappy? It's a mystery. If we knew the answer, we could try to help them. Hey, wait! Hey. Bury your head in the snow for hours and I'm just trying to clean out the board. Cut it out. What's this? Come on, be afraid of. What? I'm not afraid. See you later.
Lars hesitated, but he's not really a scaredy bear, so he decided to do it secretly. Here goes nothing. Whoa, boy. Oh, lost control, hit a rock, and slid toward ice holes. Then he saw a young seal pup. He was curious.
Hey, wait!
He tried to go after it, but he was so quick. That's when whoop, he slipped and sunk, which explains the point why he's not a good swimmer yet. Though I explained earlier. Then Robbie did something and he never thought of what to do. He dove in and bring him to the surface as fast as he could. He made
sorry
it.
about that.
made it just in time.
I'm 14.
He's okay now.
No, it's your own fault. You shouldn't mess around.
So excited.
I just want to say,
I know, you just did right behind the door. I'm like, hey, he's really barking.
Well, no, Lars wanted to thank him.
Okay.
That's when he offered.
this is for you. For me? Gee, thanks. Smells good. I'm Robbie.
Before he could choose himself, Greta found him. She could not believe her eyes. But she didn't understand the point, so Lars explained what had happened. But did Lars mean to slip and fall through? No. It was an accident.
But, yeah, but what? You won't tell anyone, will you, Greta? Especially Father. You can have the fish. Here, take it. It's fresh. I don't want it, Lars.
Oh.
Come on, let's go home and stop worrying about it. I'm not going to say anything to anyone. It's cool.
Said Greta, who's very good at keeping secrets.
Thank you, Greta. Don't mention it.
Mrs. Lena and the young Lena, Lena, the Eskimo girl who's away with animals, respects the animals who live in the Arctic. She and their own family never go after anything. English.
How often have I told you guys?
Easing the squabbling, boys. She and her husky were on their boat until they saw Lars and Robbie. They could not believe their eyes.
I'll get you.
They wondered how this could be. After a lot of tumbling around, they saw a wise walrus named Sophocles. Well, he was so amazed here, he thought this was something new here. He couldn't, he was so amazed by what he'd seen, he couldn't stop thinking about it. But those three tough guys were wondering. In the settlement, Lena and her grandma knew there's something going on. Even Scrounger the cat was wondering. It was a very mysterious sight. Although polar bears are predatory, most polar bears respect seals. In some parts of the Arctic, you mean shh, don't spoil it. And just the offer, just before bedtime.
What is it?
My friend and I are right in the middle of this great game. Can I please stay outside and play with them a little bit longer?
I suppose it's all right, son. But just 5 minutes. It's getting kind of late.
And pointers were of honor, she said. Well, hearing a voice got attention.
That's what I plan to find out.
And when they looked down, they could not believe their eyes.
Am I seeing this right? I mean, it's
It's a young seal.
They'd never seen a seal pup before. The next day, Lars offered Robbie to come to the top of the hill. The very same place his father showed him, shown the regions of the North Pole.
Amazing. How did you find this spot? My father showed it to me. Look, what's happening down there?
It was Bruce and Boris, and they're stalking Robbie's family.
We're in trouble. We gotta do something.
They tried calling out, but they couldn't hear until Robbie's mom and Papa didn't hear him either, but Lars knew one technique.
My snowball alarm. It's guaranteed to wake them up.
Before he's about to throw a snowball, whoa! Oh boy, a bit, some snow, and tumbled, and avalanche alert! The seals got out of here, but not those tough guys. The noise echoed everywhere. No one was hurt, but Brutus was very cross.
Well, did we pull it off? Guess so.
Because son did this. Let's get him.
They ran as fast as they could and went through a cave. A polar bear can reach speeds of 30 miles per hour. Seals may not be fast on land, but in water they're great swimmers.
Oh no! Jump! Hurry, Lars!
No.
Don't worry, jump!
Lars jumped. The water was shallow and they squeezed through a small cave.
You can't get away from us.
Not bad the first try since they swam under. They thought they made it through safe and got away, but they're still pursuing.
They're still after us?
What a surprise, kid.
They rounded the bend and disappeared into the fog. Brutus, Bert, and Boris looked outside. They decided to check the shipwreck to see if they went in here. They looked around. It was very quiet. There was no one in here, but Bert heard something.
Brutus, what is it? I don't know. I have a feeling something's very weird around here. Shh, quiet.
Then they looked something. Beneath the cargo hold, something sneezed out. One of those lemons.
I don't know what that
Where they are. Lars, of course, and his seal friend. Now, don't you
Well, just trying to make him confess. The lemons, loose in the grip, bite Bruce's toe, and ouch. He slipped and caused icicles to fall. One thud. Ouch. Ow. Ow. Oh, Wayne. After screaming out,
This was a bad idea, if you ask me. Yeah, well, who's asking you?
they managed to get out of here.
they're gone, Lars. Lars?
Ronnie came out of the cupboard. But where's Lars? Beneath the deck, inside, Ronnie went in and looked around. They saw all kinds of things some explorers that just left behind. And there was a very interesting picture. Lars was there the whole time. And after giving a good look, that's when he slipped on a book and fell through the floor. Robbie looked in to hear and check the noise, and there was Lars. He was wearing a sailor hat.
Huh? Look at what else I found here. Hilarious. Are you crazy? You scared? Look at all the stuff.
Now you got the idea what it's like to be a sailor?
That's what you get for scaring me, Lars. I'll get you back. Oh, no. Oh, yes. You just wait. I'm going to tell you what happens. Here I come. You're way too slow. You'll never even catch me. Not before you do.
Lars and Robbie played all day, and sure enough, that afternoon it was time to go home, just this evening. But on the way home at the Council Caves, he heard Brutus and the other polar bears talking to Sophocles.
But Mika's son is driving me crazy. He doesn't
Something
know guy you're ever going to meet. But Mika's son
Brutus is the most peaceful guy he ever met. But Mika's son,
driving me crazy. He does whatever he wants to do, no matter what the consequences. Consequently, side down, and even worse, inside out. Things are definitely not right around here. That boy nearly killed me.
You can't be serious. You're telling me my little boy almost took out the toughest polar bear in our pack?
Yeah, he tried to bury me in an avalanche.
now, fellas, he didn't mean to do it. It was an accident. Your anger got the better of yourselves.
Yeah, it was. Go mess everything up for us.
I still don't see where he did that much harm.
Clever old Mika, Mr. Know-It-All. Instead of making excuses for your boy's behavior, you should take him home and punish him. He's got a screw loose. You take that.
Before things about to get a little out of hand,
Stop at once, I say. You're not going to solve the problem this way. Mika, you have a talk with Lars. And I'll make sure that Robbie's father has a chat with his son. As for you three, you go on home and take a nap. Things won't seem so unbearable after you've had a good sleep. Fine, then. I hope you have a good time talking to your son.
and off they went to have a good night's rest. Mika was not so sure that's the right thing to do, but it's going to be very hard. He found Lars, who's standing by the waterfalls, thinking about the accident he caused.
Lars,
Yeah,
there's something you and I have to talk about. Wait, where are you going?
I don't really want to hear it.
Please, Lars, this is difficult enough. Don't make it harder.
It's about Robbie, right?
Yes, no. I really do like your new little friend a lot.
Great. I'm glad to hear it. He's such a good guy.
Yes, but there are limits to everything.
Limits? What do you mean?
Well, he just doesn't, get what the point here, which is too much for him.
See, that's what I mean.
Try explaining never works out. But Lars took no notice. Friendship never ends.
It will work out, no matter what you say.
And off he went to be alone. To talk about this made him feel very sad. And he went to stand on a huge ledge as the shooting star flew by. He met up in the same place since yesterday, right in the shipwreck, in an abandoned boat where Robbie was waiting. Sobbing and letting off a tear, things are going a separate way. Unfortunately, that's not going to work. That's good. When Robbie saw some rope going up and down, he saw Lars.
Really? I'm setting sail. Out to sea? Yes. I'm off to a country where we can always be friends. We're gonna sail to the end of the world. You and me. Wait, are you sure we're allowed to do that? Nobody Nobody can stop us now. Not even our father? Nobody at all. Okay.
Let's see how.
Oh,
Okay.
Anchor's away.
Well, the three tough bears noticed that didn't work.
It seems they still don't understand which way the wind is blowing.
They called the meeting again.
Sophocles, every game has its set of rules. That much is as clear as the ink from an octopus. But suddenly these two come along and turn everything upside down. And we're the ones who end up suffering for it. We're in a lot of debt. Day after day, year after year, everything around here was working out just fine. Everything was in its place. Or did any of you have a complaint?
Yeah, the lemmings complaint does drive them crazy.
Upside down. Everything has changed. And why? Because of them. It's their fault.
Everyone was here for the meeting, but during the blaming, Nina took no notice to explain about the accident.
What do you mean it's their fault? These boys simply became friends. There's nothing wrong with that, and you
It's down from
don't
Cincha.
you lay a paw on my son.
Nina would stand up for anyone who's not being nice to others, especially his son. So be careful. Oh, and be nice whenever you're around someone, because someone might stand up to you standing up for others. Then there was trouble. The lemmings were about to do that head popping and hiding the snow thing until the sneezy fella. Oh boy. I know it's weird that a penguin right here probably came from a long journey.
Hey, some kind of weird bird.
Yep.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Caruso, and I...
He's a cheerful, shake a tail feather kind of fella, and he gets very flappy when he giggles. The lemmings kind of like that fella, and he knows how to cheer him up. And after showing him a little cheer up technique,
Now, if Caruso can find a way to cheer up our little lemmings after all this time, then surely we can find a way to settle our differences to everyone's satisfaction. Oh, yeah? And how? Well,
this got Sophocles thinking. Then Lars had an idea. Robbie, taking instructions from Lars, knew exactly how it should be done.
Give it here.
The seals will give him food what polar bears would need,
the seals bring you fish,
and there'll be peace around here.
and
They'll live together side by side.
Okay, those are the new rules we'll live by. Well done, Lars. I tell you, I'm just flabbergasted.
Uh-oh, a little polar bear girl's falling in love.
Yeah, that was Greta. And Mika was so proud how he worked things out.
Right, son?
He offered a good idea for a celebration. Of course, it could take some time to cooperate this well. This Harmony community, a little overdoing, just a tad. Mika took Lars into the sea, and off they went to explore. Life under the sea in the Arctic is very mysterious. It's very difficult for some professionals that are scientists to study about it. But there are lots of cool things besides the fish live here. There are clams on the bottom, undersea caves, and crabs scuttling around. But the most majestic sight of all are the humpback whales, a mother and her calf, side by side. That night, Lars and Mika were sleeping at the seacoast. And then came the unfortunate part. What happened? It was just when a piece of ice broke with Lars surrounding it, and he flew out to sea just before the sun came up. Mika, noticing missing, spread the alarm.
Lars! Have you seen Lars?
What?
Lars, is he here?
Mika? He was out playing with you, wasn't he?
No, I mean, he was, but then he disappeared. Oh no, he's gone. Tell the others. I've come.
Everyone spread out the search. The seagulls flew high up and searched the area. No sign of this reindeer caribou herd. He's not in this migration. He's not over here.
Lars, are you here?
Peeves, Anna, search high and low.
No, nothing. Not a trace.
Greta was too upset to answer. She's so upset. She loves Lars so much she doesn't know what could have happened to him. She couldn't get comforted easily. Lars kept floating out to sea, and when she woke up, when he woke up, he couldn't find out where he is. But according to the map, he's heading down south in the Atlantic.
Oh, Papa! Where are you? Papa, can you hear me? Oh, Papa! What's happening? Papa!
The parents were very sad with him. The seals heard the news. Everyone was sorry about it. Even Brutus heard this, and so was Sophocles. Everyone was sad. Until Robbie ran into him.
Well, if it isn't little Robbie,
What happened to Lars?
it looks like a piece of the ice broke off.
And then what?
And Lars drifted off on an ice floe, I would imagine. The wind would have taken him somewhere to the south.
That was a clue. Crusoe heard the news. It was from the lemmings cheering him up.
David, you'll be back. You just wait and see. You're sure? Well, I hope so. The truth is, it's always better to hope than to despair. If you never give up, you can never be defeated. Yeah. And down and side to side, life's a roller coaster ride. If you want to be up high, you will have to learn to fly.
His expression.
You will have to learn to fly.
He's just being silly.
Well, we are high. We will never drown. We will never ever drown.
Big Rock.
Hello.
Robbie went to see the seagulls. They agreed to help and find Lars, so they followed.
Just want something, but be careful what we agree to. We don't want to appear too gullible.
Hey, help me find Lars, please.
All right, we'll do it, but can you at least give us the general direction where we...
When they answered directions, they listened to Robbie. Back in the sea, there was a big, rough storm. Waves roll and tumble. And Lars desperately tried to hold on to the ice floe. He grabbed hold as it but the ice floe was breaking apart. And there above was a giant ship. Lightning flashed, and waves rolled and tumbled until he found a big barrel. Things were not going his way until the next morning. Lars arrived on a very tropical region. The barrel, touching the sand floor, turned and floated upriver. Right here to the West Africa in the Congo. He saw all kinds of plants, butterflies, and trees, and lots of beautiful birds. And a very curious and watchful chameleon. It looked at him and turned the same color he was. Lars had never seen a chameleon before, and that's when a hippo appeared out of the water.
Well,
He was really big.
say, it's just old Henry. I won't hurt you. Don't be afraid. Come out here and climb on old Henry's back.
And so he did. Old Henry just decided to show him the way of the jungle. It's,
Wow. Is it this colorful under the water too?
yep. The rivers of Africa are full of mysteries. Lots of colorful fish and turtles. Lars decided to try new skills just the way that turtle did. Doing well for a talented swimmer. Yeah, and he's gotten pretty good at it. That's it. That's a good stroke. Looks like you made a new friend, little polar bear. The friendship lasted for hours and hours, from morning and afternoon. Henry Hippo showed him all kinds of animals. And that's when they went to a lovely marshland area to watch the flamingos in the sunset.
Isn't this something? Lars, this is my favorite spot. Why, I come out here every single evening just to sit and watch the beautiful sunsets.
Yeah, this reminds me of the time my dad and I went to watch the sun and sat here at Point Loma on Sunset Cliffs. It was like magic.
So, my boy, what do you think of this place?
Oh dear,
What is it?
Lars is looking
I
sobbing.
was just thinking about the stove and Mama and Papa and Robbie. I wish
Ah. Henry knew he was feeling homesick, and he really needs to go back where he belongs. But how? Polar bears don't belong in Africa. That's true. But I know an animal who can help. But it'll take one by one.
Be homesick.
I know you want
It's
to go
natural to be homesick. I get that way sometimes. Lars, ask, is he a crybaby?
Me? Not at all. Don't be silly. Come on, tomorrow we'll ask Marcus. I'm sure he'll have an answer to your problem.
And off they went. They settled down for the night and went to sleep. They started off early next morning and off went to Marcus's mountain. It was a long climb and very difficult.
Hope he's home. Well, I guess we should give it a shot.
Henry took a big breath and bellowed, calling as loudly as he could. Here,
Marcus! I have a little lost friend here. He wants to find his way back to his family.
and that's when a mighty eagle showed up, which who Marcus really is.
That's Marcus?
Yep, that's him. By the way, how do you feel about flying?
About flying?
You better get ready. Your ride's coming to pick you up.
Marcus swooped in and picked him up.
Goodbye, Lars. Have a good trip.
Bye, Henry.
Nice to meet you. Come back again someday.
Marcus knows how sharp his talent is, so he was super careful. It looked beautiful for a start.
Marcus, thanks for taking me home.
No thanks is necessary. The fact is, I'm not taking you home. I prefer to stay in the south.
That's the next part. What an eagle won't do.
You is no problem at all for an orphan. I'm turning you over to my friend Samson.
He put him on Samson's back, and Marcus told the orca about the mission to take Lars back to his natural habitat. How's that possible? Orcas are found in all oceans of the world, including polar seas like the Arctic and the Antarctic. They're used to all these regions in the ocean. They adapt.
Goodbye. See you, Marcus. I'm heading home at last.
Are you ready? 'Cause here we go, little polar bear.
And off they went. From morning, day, light of afternoons, and by evening and night. But they didn't notice something strange going on about that boat. This mechanical feature with a very strange light that shines bright red. And catching fish alive, which is a mystery. Robbie and the girls tried to search for him, but they were getting very tired. So with one little totem pole technique, until one called out, said,
What? I don't believe it. There's Lars. Yeah, you're right. Huh? We found him. What's the sound?
Very colorful.
there he is.
Lars! Robbie! You're finally home!
Don't worry, Sam's in great respect for seals. Most orcas respect other creatures, great respect for animals. It's all about respecting the circle of life, which is about adventure, but I wasn't ready to explain.
I missed you an awful lot. I wished you were there. Then take me with you next time. Polar bears on.
The reunion was about to become a big joy to everyone. Everyone was gathering to the coast.
Look, Mika, our boys come back to us again.
Hello, Mama. Hello, Papa. I'm here.
Lars!
Mika dove in and Lars did a loop right to his father's arms.
My son,
did you learn to swim like that?
Lars told everyone all about where he'd been.
My friend Henry taught me how. Isn't it great?
Take care, Lars.
Bye, Samson. Say hello to Marcus and Henry for me when you get back.
And Samson went back to the ocean and to where he came, different part where he came from. And after time for a good night's sleep here for him, he had an exciting journey.
Hey, Lars. Oh, hi. Greta, Peeps, Anna. Hi. We just wanted to tell you how happy we all are now that you're back home again. I'm glad too. Lars, I think you've been very brave.
Greta, Peeps, and Anna were glad to see he was all right.
Thank you. Looks like our hero's asleep. Yes, we better go now. Good night, Lars. Good night, Greta. I wish you all could have been there. So many colors to see. And my friend Henry. Far, far away.
In Africa. Sleep well, Lars. I'll see you in the morning. Shh.